Hello and welcome to my vintage audiophile channel. This is now my 23rd video in a hopefully long series of videos talking about reviews of audio equipment, both vintage and sometimes newer. Today we are going to talk about a brand that some people may not even know because it's not a mainstream consumer brand. It's more of a higher end brand, and that is Rotel. They've been around for quite a while, since the 70s. They've always been into making high-end stuff. What we're looking at today is the RCC-1055 CD changer. It is a 5-disc CD changer. It is pretty high-end. It's, to the best of my knowledge, the last CD player that they produced from 2002 to 2007, before CDs kind of fell out of favor with the public. And this one is an HDCD compatible changer, which means that it will play high definition CDs that are specifically marked as such, and it will also play regular CDs because it has the HDCD technology decoder inside. It is in theory supposed to be able to play even regular CDs at a higher quality than what a normal CD player will play, so you'll hear things that you won't hear as easily in a regular CD player. But when you put in a HDCD disc that is specifically marked as such, you get an experience that's second to none. Pure digital signal that, if you close your eyes, makes it feel like you're right there in a studio while they're making the album that you're listening to. And this is the first HD CD player, and I believe the only one I have. Haven't ever had a HD CD disc yet to really try it out, but maybe one of these days I'll get one just for the heck of it. But I do agree that it does play regular CDs, much better quality. A normal CD player will play at 16-bit, whereas a HD CD technology will decode it in 20-bit technology, so it draws out just a little bit more of the sounds that a regular CD player can detect. This CD player looks great, works great. Sorry, I really can't get you a fantastic picture in my video here to see what it looks like, but that's what happens when you have something that's all black with small print on it. I will turn it on so that you can see how the display looks. Right now it's very quickly going through and seeing what discs are able to read in there, and right now I have no discs in there, so it isn't reading anything. But it has your standard disc selector as far as what disc you want to have played. It has your play, stop, pause, and then of course your track forward or reverse, or if you hold the button it'll rapidly go forward or reverse within the track. It also has a button here that is for like play exchange, I believe, where you can hit that button and you can take out some discs while the disc is still playing. You'll notice here it has a unique feature on this here, which is that's like a rack handle design, even though it doesn't have any holes to physically mount it. It's just a design they were using for a while in the early to mid 2000s. Before that, they didn't have that type of setup, and after that they went back to just a straight normal design. This was kind of their experiment to be a little different. To me, it looks just fine. Gives it that more industrial, beefy look to it. On the back, it has your standard analog and digital and coaxial outputs. Plus, it also has a thing on the back where you can actually plug it in with a Cat 5 type of plug to put to your computer or your routers to control the CD player through your computer with a proprietary third-party software that will mimic all the buttons that are on the normal remote control. Unfortunately, my remote control is no longer working, so I didn't even bother taking it out. It also has a 12-volt trigger input on the back of it, so that you can basically hook it up to a receiver that has like 12-volt trigger on it, and can control it the on and off that way if you so desire. And it also has an external remote 1/8" jack that you can plug into like a little box that will allow you to control the remote control when you're not right in front of it, kind of like a remote control extender type of concept, so that if you can be in another room and can control what you're listening to on your CD player by pushing your normal remote that is hooked up to the box via the wireless. And that is what I have for you right now as far as features. I will grab a CD player, CD, to let you see that it is in fact working, and it works very well. I don't have it hooked up to anything, so you won't be able to hear the sound, but you definitely will be able to tell that it is in fact working. Just let me get my CD here. Sorry, I should have had this in front of me to begin with, but here it is. Just a standard CD. It is loading into disc 1. And I will close that back up. It's working its magic, finding that disc. And there it shows that it found the disc. Hit play. And there you've got the disc playing. We'll advance it to track. And it's like I say, it does everything that a standard CD player does, with the caveat that it is an HDCD player, so the music coming out of your speakers will sound even better than if it was being done through a normal CD player, which if you're somebody who likes that type of stuff, comes in real handy. It basically makes your whole CD collection that you may have sound like new, compared to what you're used to hearing from a normal CD player. And of course you do your track back. I'll hit the pause, so it's showing it's paused and it's not playing. And of course you got the standard stop, and it's stopped. So not only does the design look very sleek and sophisticated, both the front bezel and these are machined aluminum. It does have a Burr Brown digital audio converter in it. which is kind of the premier DAC that was available at the time. And if you're into high-end audio, and you can find these available used these days for not all that much money, because CD players have kind of fallen out of fashion. If you're lucky, you can get one under $100, which isn't much in today's audio world for a particular component, especially one that's around 15 years old, and as high quality as this one is. It weighs about 17 pounds. It has your standard 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz frequency range. It has 0.0045 decibels of total harmonic distortion, and your all of your other specs are just as equally impressive. Most of them come out at around 100 decibels for specs, and it's a wonderful piece of audio. You do not need to have an HDCD receiver for these type of things to make it sound good. You can use it, the analog outputs, and put it to the analog inputs of your regular receiver, and it'll sound just fine. Or if you want to go the full HDCD route, you can do the digital outputs to your digital inputs of your HDCD receiver and make it sound like you're in the middle of a concert. But that being said, you don't have to have the digital HDCD receiver, which I don't know how many of those are even out there anymore. But any case, this works wonders for your CD collection. It is a direct competitor with some of the other stuff like Super Audio CD and things like that. They're all kind of same type of realm, that they have better quality sound than your standard red box CD, but they will all do kind of the same thing with different type of technologies. There's probably more SACD players out there that came out in the late 90s than there were HDCD players, because they came out a little later, and there's still HDCD CDs you can buy. Probably not too many in the retail stores anymore, but you can definitely find them online from other sources. And if you're curious about that type of thing, most definitely check it out, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed. You're going to find the quality is probably better than anything you can find online as far as Spotify or that type of streaming service. So by all means, if you're into the high quality stuff, this might just be the route you want to take. And until next time, have a great day, and please subscribe to my channel, and please leave any comments or questions that you may have, and we will see you next time, hopefully for video number 24. Until that time, thank you very much, and bye-bye.